Video games are a medium that have been around forever, since the dawn of time. And by the dawn of time, I mean 1985, I guess. But around there's when one little plumber came out, and his name was Mario, middle name Mario. Now in his original game, he was just an ordinary plumber just bouncing on blocks, shooting some fireballs, saving a princess, getting yelled at by toads, and destroying a evil turtle named King Koopa. Now since his inception in 1985 or whenever, he's been in a plethora of games. You know, he's been go-karting, he's been dice rolling, he's been a leading person in Smash Bros. Heck, he's even went to the Olympics. Like, he's that much of a cool guy that he went to the freaking Olympics. Like, how cool is that? But the question is, what is the coolest Mario game that he's in? And the answer to that is Super Mario Galaxy! Wahoo! Now you're probably thinking, no, hold up, Kyan, there is no way that Mario can go to space. He's a human, he can't believe in space, he needs some kind of spacesuit. And that's what I said when I first picked up the game, but you know what? Just don't think about it, man. So you're probably thinking, well, what kind of game is Mario Galaxy if he's not in a spacesuit? Well, it's a 3D platformer where you go to different galaxies, haha, obviously, and you just play around, I guess. You just explore and fight guys. I mean, Mario Galaxy has some of the best boss battles I've ever seen in a video game. Like, look at the first boss right here. Not the first boss. The first boss was, it was okay. It was a nice way to get into the controls of you shaking the Wiimote. But the true good second boss, I think. Yeah, it should be. But the second boss right here, this guy, this is my favorite boss. And he shows up twice in the game, and I'm super glad he does. Because he shoots coconuts at you, and you freaking swing the Wiimote to spin, and then you hit coconuts, and it hits it back at him, and ooh, it's just so much fun. And now let's talk about the controls. I've been saying Wiimote a lot, but it's also on the Switch, but it basically does the exact same thing. Just don't worry about it, man. Just don't think about it. So the controls, they're a bit wonky. You have the Wiimote, or the right Joy-Con, that you point at like the TV, or you use gyro controls, whatever you're using, and you just kind of like point around to get some star bits, which are basically the currency that you need to fully complete the game. You use that and collect them, and then you also use A to jump, B, and then use B, maybe B jump? I don't know what the exact translation is, but then you swing your Wii remote to spin, like I've shown you already, and then you plug in the nunchuck, or you use the left Joy-Con to just like kind of just walk around, I guess. And it's very entertaining, and I really enjoy the control scheme just because it's so varied of how everything works. Like, there's so many. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. There's so many ways that Nintendo used motion controls in this game to give it such a different feel than any other 3D Mario platformer. Besides, you know, Mario Galaxy 2, but I haven't played that one because it's not on the Switch and I don't have my original Wii anymore. So, There's also the story of Mario Galaxy. Now, the story isn't this grand subspace emissary that like Super Smash Bros. Brawl had, or this nice and short and cut to the chase story of just any new Super Mario Bros. Game. By the way, those games are pretty much the same. You can pick up any single one of those new Super Mario Bros. Games and it'd be probably the exact same thing, except with the occasional different power-up in there. But back to Mario Galaxy. It is the nice balance of like limited story, but also in-depth story like you get from exploring the world. I like that kind of feeling of the game because like you don't have to watch the cutscenes. All right. Well, you do have to watch the cutscenes technically. You can kind of skip over them, but what's the point of skipping over the cutscenes, man? If you skip over the cutscenes, you are doing the 8th deadly sin. All right. But the story that I'm interested in is the one where you just explore and then you talk to people. Like, you do a lot of that in this game, and you get to learn so much about the different planets that you go onto, and it's just really enjoyable just to read these people's lives. Like, oh, I didn't know this bee enjoyed like watching me, but like I guess he does. I'm apparently that good at Super Mario Galaxy. Who would have thought? Also, there's so much content in this game. There is 120 stars to collect, which doesn't sound like a lot to some collectathons like, I could do that in like 20 minutes. It's so much content because it took me 20 hours, unlike that one person that took 20 minutes, but it was so much fun, like, because every star was so different and it was so unique to try to get, except a few were just like repeats of bosses. But those bosses were the good bosses, so I didn't care that much, but it was very fun. Also, after you collect all 120 stars, you get to play as the best Mario character of all time, Luigi. I know, pretty controversial to say, because, you know, Toad, he's pretty hot, Princess Peach, she's a female, but Luigi, ooh, there's just something about that stash that Luigi has that makes me fall in love with the green plumber himself. So you can go through the entire game as Luigi, which is awesome because no other 3D Mario platformer has done that, I think. Maybe Galaxy 2 did it? I don't remember because I haven't played it yet. Well, I remember playing like a little bit because that was my brother's favorite video game, but I never played it because, you know, it was his game and he always liked to play the Wii. But just having that option after you complete the game to play as Luigi is just so cool. I just really enjoy it. You guys might think, oh, that's pointless, but I think it's cool. Also, this music is so amazing. Like, oh my god. It's an orchestral soundtrack. It was the first of its kind for a Mario game, but it just fits in so well. I don't know how, because whenever I think of space, I don't think of a bunch of strings and a bunch of horns. But apparently, that's what they thought of, and it was a good experience to just play through it and then be like, you know that track. It's iconic for the Mario series now, all because of the orchestral soundtrack that no other Mario game has besides probably Galaxy 2, just for consistency. Also, the music is so good, you might hear it in a bunch of my videos. Like, look, if you hear this song right here, right now, yeah, this is my outro theme is just Luma from Mario Galaxy. It's that good of a track that I wanted to include it into my work. And on that note, I'm just gonna be calm now, even though that I was getting a bit worked up over Luigi in this video. But, on that note, Mario Galaxy is the best Mario game. If you have a problem with that, let me know in the Instagram comments or the YouTube comments down below, and I will gladly argue with you why you are absolutely wrong in your statements. Take care, I love you all. Hopefully you don't have COVID during these tough times. I can understand if you're struggling. Keep being cool, play some Mario games. That's what got me in a good mood, and just have some fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!